One of the most affordable neighborhoods in San Francisco is actually one of the most popular for both bars and restaurants and is rich with San Francisco history. I'm talking about the Mission District, and in this video, I'm gonna break down everything the Mission District has to offer, including how much it costs and what it's like to live there. This is Austin Clark, your lawyer turned real estate agent and real estate developer in San Francisco. I've lived in multiple neighborhoods throughout the city, giving me in-depth firsthand knowledge of what it's like to both live and work in San Francisco. If you're thinking about relocating or want more information about the market, definitely reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. I will personally answer every call, every email, every text, and I would be more than happy to help you. And if you like videos just like this, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell so you're alerted every single time I post a video. All right, so this video is all about the Mission District, which is one of San Francisco's most popular and most vibrant happening neighborhoods. And it also happens to be one of the most affordable neighborhoods as well. The Mission is named after Mission San Francisco de Asís Church, which still stands next to the very popular Dolores Park, which is my favorite part about the neighborhood and one of my favorite parks in the entire city. The Mission is considered San Francisco's most sunny neighborhood, and it's actually one of the largest neighborhoods in the city as well. Even though it's one of the largest neighborhoods, it's actually one of San Francisco's most dense neighborhoods as well because of the large concentration of multifamily units and because a lot of people from all over the city and people traveling to the city visit the Mission. The district runs from 13th Street on the north side to Cesar Chavez Street on the south and from Potrero to Valencia going east to west. The neighborhood is south of Market. It's pretty close to the Dog Patch, Noe Valley, Potrero, and Bernal. And it's close to main transit lines that run through the city, which make it a really convenient place to live. There are multiple BART and Muni stops throughout the neighborhood, so it is relatively easy to get around without a car. It's also not a neighborhood that I would necessarily recommend having a car in unless I had garage covered parking. It's also relatively flat, so if you don't have a car and don't want to take public transit, it's pretty easy to walk or bike around. The Mission has a reputation for being on the more dangerous and dirty side. There's definitely been a lot of headway made toward cleaning up the Mission, but there's still a very, very long way to go. The 16th and 24th Street BART stops are some of the most heavily trafficked, both by commuters and residents. They are hubs for the area's unhoused population, and there are numerous, protests and other organized activities that take place pretty much near those stations. So it gets incredibly crowded and incredibly noisy, in the areas immediately surrounding those stations. The most popular areas within the Mission are Mission Street and Valencia Street. That's where, most of the bars and restaurants in the area are going to be located. There's also a ton of boutique clothing stores, art galleries, music venues, grocery stores. All the stuff that you're going to want to do in the Mission is probably going to be on or around Mission or Valencia streets. The Mission really is a place for younger people who want to live a very quintessential San Francisco lifestyle but don't have the money necessarily to afford living in other quintessential San Francisco neighborhoods. The Mission has some quiet side streets and more residential feeling areas, especially as you get closer to Noe Valley and Valencia. But honestly, if you're looking for like quaint, quiet living, the Mission District is probably not the best neighborhood for you. Now, even though the Mission is not like the cleanest or the most safe, it makes up for all of that with everything that you can do in and around the Mission. It is a hub for a large portion of San Francisco's food scene. Not only are there, strong Mexican, Latin American culture in the area, but there are some of the best non-Latin American restaurants as well. Flower and Water is one of my favorites, serves what I think is among the best Italian food in the city. There's great sushi, great Thai food, Peruvian food, all kinds of food, Michelin-starred restaurants, taco trucks. There's so many different options that are available. The Mission also has one of the best nightlife scenes in the city. Great mix of both upscale, cocktail bar type establishments and then like super divey bars and like dance clubs. Probably one of the most unique things about the Mission, and one of my favorite things about the Mission, is all the street art. It's why so many people come and visit the Mission and why it's a very very historic neighborhood. It's because of the art and the culture in the neighborhood. There are murals throughout, serve sort of a visual record of developments in society and politics and religion and history. They're awesome to look at. They're super, super impressive pieces of art, sprawled across the buildings. There are a bunch of walking tours you can take that will give you, a taste of those murals throughout the area. And there are actually some, and I've done them, that you can combine with like food tours, so you can get sort of the best of both worlds of the Mission with both food and art all in one. Mission Dolores, which I mentioned is what the area is named after, is in the area. It's not only the oldest mission in California, but also the oldest building in San Francisco, dating back to the 1700s. And Mission Dolores is right next to Dolores Park, which is one of my favorite parks in the entire city. The almost 16-acre park has awesome views of the San Francisco skyline. It tends to be super warm, at least compared to other parts of the city. and the park just underwent a massive renovation. So all the facilities there are new, like tennis courts and playground and restrooms. So everything is new, everything's awesome there. And it's honestly a great place just for adults, young professionals to kind of just hang out outside and relax because the weather's so nice. Cost of living there, it's relatively in line with average of San Francisco. Single family homes in the Mission, there aren't a ton of them, but there are some, and they're roughly about the same as the average home in San Francisco, which was a little bit over $2 million in 2022. Condos there sold for a little bit under city average, so $1.26 million is the average condo in the Mission compared to about $1.4 million for the rest of San Francisco. 2-bedroom units tend to rent for around $4,000 a month. A lot of the infrastructure in the Mission tends to be on the older side, so that's why a lot of these buildings and a lot of these units are a lot less expensive than the rest of the city. Despite it being a little bit on the dirty side and not necessarily the most safe neighborhood, it really does have a ton of great things to offer. Great outdoor amenities, great shopping, bars, restaurants. The food scene there, honestly, is so awesome. If food is a priority for you and you don't want to walk far to get to it, I would definitely consider living in or close to the Mission. If you are thinking about relocating or want more information about the area or the market, definitely reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. I will personally answer every call, every email, every text, and I would be more than happy to help you. And if you like videos just like this, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell so you're alerted every single time I post a video.